There's one thing to be fast, but there's a totally another level for Chris Johnson. Johnson on the dump off. Hands it off. Johnson trying to bounce it outside. Down the line. Uh-oh. Watch out. See you later. Touchdown.
Grease. They really are fast enough to hit a home run. And Chris Johnson, you can just see it.
Nobody's covering Chris Johnson. Wow! There he goes again. Breakaway speed. And he'll jog in the end zone. Touchdown. 7.5 million this season. Here's Johnson again. Bounces outside. Turns a corner. And is up. They swing it out. Johnson spins. And Johnson does not get out of bounds.
Does before it gets great.
And Johnson again. Watch out! Johnson! Speed! Touchdown!
Augustine, it all starts up inside. Just a nice job of following Eugene Amano right around the corner as the off guard comes around. He grabs his jersey and just pulls himself through the hole. And then, as we've said, guys, anytime it's a foot race between you and him, you lose.
You've chosen to share some personal news today, and it takes a tremendous amount of courage to share it. What would you like for people to know?
First, I want people to know that I'm still me. ALS has changed what my body can do, but it hasn't changed who I am.
In 2025, at the age of 39, Johnson was diagnosed with ALS, the disease progressing so rapidly that he now uses his eyes to trigger a speech-generating device to speak. Why do you want to share this now?
Because if sharing my story helps even one person get diagnosed sooner, inspires more research, or gives another family hope, then it's worth it.
Johnson says he was in the prime of his life, working out daily and running errands with his 4 children until ALS changed everything. Let's go back to last year. When did you notice that something was off?
I first noticed weakness in my right hand. At first, it was little things like my grip didn't feel right, and I wasn't as strong as I've always been.
His wife, Brittany, thought it was something much simpler. Brittany, what did you think it was at the time?
I thought because of football and, his career that it had to be something with that, maybe a pinched nerve or something along those lines, but never ALS.
And what did doctors tell you initially about your condition?
We hoped it was something else, but after thorough testing, they finally came down with a diagnosis of ALS. They told us about a medication that might extend life by a few months. Then they told us to get our affairs in order. It was hard hearing that, but after watching Good Morning America and seeing Dr. Merritt with Eric Dane, we reached out to her. She was willing to think more creatively, offering experimental treatments that might help and advance research.
Dr. Merritt Sikovich is a neurologist and leading ALS researcher at Mass General Brigham Neuroscience Institute.
Chris has been on standard of care, which is about 3 different medications that slow down the illness, but he was also part of a clinical trial, a therapy that decreases inflammation, and I think that helped him a lot.
With no family history of ALS, doctors believe his is a case of sporadic ALS, the most common form of the disease, affecting about 90% of patients, occurring randomly in people with no known family history of ALS.
That's one of the reasons this disease can be so shocking. It can happen to someone who never expected it.
And for me, it's shocking. It's hard to process it for me because I know you, Chris, from just the incredible athlete that you are. How do you process it?
Honestly, I don't know if you ever fully process it. At first, you're in shock. Then you realize you have 2 choices. You can give up or you can fight. I chose to fight.
And Brittany, what was it like for you when you found out that Chris had ALS?
All I could think about was our kids and how young they are. Just you're in denial. You want it to be anything else. You want the doctors to be wrong. The life that we previously had is like now a thing of the past, but we're still hopeful. We're hopeful, you know, that a breakthrough will happen and that, or, you know, God, a miracle will happen, you know.
And what kind of support has helped you the most through this?
Without a doubt, my wife, Brittany, she hasn't left my side through any of this. My kids are also a huge part of why I keep going. Every day I wake up wanting more time with them to make more memories and just be their dad. They give me a reason to keep fighting.
I know, Brittany, the unsung heroes are the caregivers. So what has this been like for you?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Like, we have good days, we have bad days, you know. Our life has shifted so much and it's a heavy workload, but I have no doubt that this is what, you know, I was called to do.
So how has it progressed since you've been diagnosed?
It's continued to progress much faster than I ever imagined. I want people to understand just how quickly ALS can attack your body. Just over a year ago, I was picking up my 7-year-old daughter, so she make a wish with her birthday cake. Today, I couldn't do that.
And what do you hope people, or you wish people understood about living with ALS?
That your mind stays sharp. People sometimes look at the physical disability and assume you're not still the same person inside. I still think the same, I still dream, I still love my family. My body just doesn't cooperate.
What are the doctors telling you about the treatment and the progression?
Having doctors who are willing to collaborate and explore every reasonable option has meant a lot to my family and me. Right now there isn't a cure, but we're seeing more research, more clinical trials, and more promising ideas than ever before. Seeing how hard these doctors and researchers are working gives me hope. As long as they're fighting for people with ALS, I'm going to keep fighting too.
Hey, look, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, but I'm gonna just say this. Football season is about to start up this year. And when you're looking at your favorite NFL player, your favorite NFL team, just understand a lot of these guys on these teams are sacrificing their health for our own enjoyment and our own entertainment. And just understand that when they get older, when they leave this game a couple years away from the sport, it's not a guarantee that their mind and their body is going to be able to hold up. They'll come down with strange ailments. They may be in pain for the rest of their life, or even worse, they may be stricken with a condition like ALS, like Chris Johnson. And it's very devastating. And I really hope that the league is helping Chris Johnson and his family through this, because this is extremely devastating. And I really feel bad for his kids, and I feel bad for his his wife, because now she's gonna be a permanent caretaker until he die. And I don't know how long he has to live, because ALS, it ain't no cure. And most guys, when they get to this condition, they get to this stage where they can't even move, and the only thing they can move is their eyes, and it's not a good look. It's not good. Everybody that I've seen with ALS, once they get to this stage, it's pretty much a wrap. And I hate this. I hate this for him, man. I hate this for him. I was never a Tennessee Titans fan, but I did like players that used to play for them. I like Eddie George. Of course, I used to like Steve McNair. I thought Vince Young had potential if they would have given him an opportunity and allowed him to work on his mechanics and stuff like that. But Chris Johnson was a beast. I remember him. He was probably one of the first guys in the modern era to just get 2,000 yards a season like it wasn't nothing. That dude was special. He could catch out the backfield. He was shifty. He was a downhill runner. He was real shifty. He was hella fast. I mean, the man was just super talented. And I like I said again, man, I just really hate to see him go through this because, I mean, this man gave his life to football. And a lot of times, man, when we be looking at NFL, we fail to realize that these guys are risking their life for our enjoyment. They risking their life for our enjoyment, man. A lot of times, man, when these guys retire, it's not a guarantee that they're going to be in tip-top shape or they can maintain tip-top shape. You know what I'm saying? His health declined drastically. And he's still young. He only 40 years old. He got these young kids. He got that wife. Now the wife has to, that's gut-wrenching, man, to have to care for somebody like that. I know when you get married, it's for better or for worse, but damn, man. You know, I know she didn't sign up for that, but look, I'm sure she gonna do what she gotta do to the end. But man, what a devastating situation that Chris Johnson is going through. Once again, man, I pray for him and his family, man. But like I said, one more time, when we're looking at the NFL, just understand these people are putting their life on the line for our enjoyment.